Welcome to your go-to podcast for making the most of your second chance after a conviction, inspiring you to navigate the challenges associated with having a criminal record. I'm your host, Dion, and this is Uncensored Inspiration. I'm super excited about my next guest, y'all. It only took me 16 years to get him here, although we just started the show 6 months ago. I'm absolutely excited to welcome to the Uncensored community, Lenny Bazemore. How you doing, Lenny?
I'm well. Happy to be here. How you doing?
I am well. Thank you for being here.
Good.
I feel like they don't know that we've had a whole sidebar conversation, which was most of the interview, so we have to start all over again.
Start over. Let's go.
So I'm going to ask you about you. Tell me about yourself right now. I know you're from Norristown.
What do you want to know?
I want to know everything.
You got to ask me some questions.
Okay.
I can't just ramble.
So, all right, here we go straight into the interview. Talking about I just can't ramble. I know this man. He's from Norristown, Pennsylvania. So this is where we're starting. You've been open about overcoming a challenging childhood and past trauma. How does that shape the person you are today?
Oh, that's a good question. If I had to go through all of that again, 100 times over, I would go through it again in order to get to where I am. Right? It shaped me in my thoughts, my determination, right? My drive for success. But ultimately, it was a foundational, I don't want to be here. So it gave me something to, have hope for, something to strive for, something to reach for. All of my trauma, I wanted to get out of it. I didn't know how to get out of it at all times. That's why therapy is important, because I learned tools to deal with the rest of the world. Like, shit's coming in my life. It's going to happen. But I have tools now to deal with it all. Okay. I didn't have the tools back then, so it fueled a desire to get out of that situation. So
I feel like that's a similar life and on a different path for myself. Because we're from the same town, right? We get to see people grow. We get to see what they do. And around my time of coming out of high school, most of my friends were mothers already. And I kept saying to myself, and I don't mean it in a negative
You didn't
sense,
want that.
because I am a baby mama.
Yeah.
But at that point, I didn't want to be a baby's mama.
That's right.
So I started building the mentality, or started looking at my future like, I love Norristown, but this isn't what I want to be. This isn't where I want to be. So I had to start looking at things differently.
We're the same.
So what was the driving point for you? Because finally I said, I'm out. I'm going to Atlanta, and I stayed there. What was your point where you said, this is enough and I'm going to change this?
I believe, for me, right, because I love Norristown, it's always going to be my hometown. It's always going to be part of me.
Absolutely.
My philanthropic life in Norristown is, it's cataloged, right? You can Google me and see what I've done. I make it a point.
You can say your name and other people can hear it, and they can come over and tell you a Lenny story. Excuse me.
That's funny. That's good. Rocco, shout out to Rocco.
Hey there.
Yeah. But I made it a point. This is home base. I always wanted to, ever since I was little, right, I wanted to get out, right? Because I knew that there was a whole world out there. In middle school, you learn about geology, and, to be straight up with you, I was playing with a friend of mine named Johnny Carbone. We were playing in the dirt, matchbox cars. And his mom said, Johnny, Italiano. Johnny, come here, Johnny. He runs over to her. She puts a gold necklace around his neck. He comes back. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I've never seen anything that beautiful. I said, what is that? He said, it's Italian gold. I said, man, wow, can I get one? He's like, no. I said, well, can I ask my mom to give you some money? And maybe next time your mom goes to Italy, she can get me one? He was like, no, it's special. It's only for me. It's Italian gold. And at that point, I was 8 years old. And I said, I'm going to go to Italy myself and get my own gold chain. Okay. So what's ironic about that is about 3 weeks ago, I took 10 of my childhood friends.
I mean, I can talk about that trip.
Yeah.
You didn't invite none of the
To
females to.
Well,
to
I mean,
Italy.
my wife would not be happy if I invited ladies.
She can come too. I didn't mean it like that. I'm saying it in the whole couple sense. But go ahead and tell us about
I would
that
be open
wonderful
to
trip.
a couple trip,
Okay.
but it's got to be like 5 couples max.
Okay.
I'd be open to that.
All right.
But the point I was making
Yeah, I'm listening.
is that it was ironic because Johnny was one of the 10 childhood friends that I invited
Get
to
outta
Italy.
here. Okay.
And as we walked into the Roman Colosseum, I brought up this story with him.
Okay.
And I asked him how he felt about it. He was like, it's amazing. Because the driving force of my travel, and I've been to all 7 continents in the world,
Yes.
was one of those moments with Johnny. You know, I couldn't have something because his mother went to Italy and brought him back something, and I couldn't have it. And I knew she got it from Italy, so I wanted to go to Italy myself, and then Spain, and then Portugal. And so that little seed was planted early on.
That's amazing.
yeah.
I absolutely love that story. Okay, so you are a serial entrepreneur with ventures ranging from real estate to art galleries and a dog bakery.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What are we
2007.
Okay.
Well, actually, sooner than that. It was 2014. My wife Teresa and I wanted to start a dog bakery
Why?
because we love dogs.
Okay.
We love bakeries.
Okay.
Put you two together is dog bakery.
Okay.
So now,
So what the bakery treats for the dogs or for people?
yeah, dog, human grade
Okay.
dog treats.
Nice.
Yeah, but no, my wife is entrepreneurial. She has an entrepreneurial spirit.
Okay.
As well as I do, and she believes in me.
Absolutely, as she
So
should.
thank you. Shout out to Teresa.
Hey, Teresa.
Hey, baby.
I'm coming to get in the pool and ride in the Bentley.
You're more than welcome.
Okay.
You're more than welcome.
All right.
Yes, we're accessible like that. You're
Thank
more than
you
welcome.
very much.
You family.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we both had this beautiful zest for life, this entrepreneurial spirit, and we decided to open up a dog bakery. So
Okay.
instead of paying into and buying a franchise, I conceptualized a business to put in one of the buildings that I owned on Main Street in Manayunk.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I came up with the name Pet Friendly because I wanted to tap into the SEO. The SEO is the search engine optimization.
Okay.
Do you know about that?
No, I don't.
Okay, so when you're doing Google ads and all that stuff, Google Analytics and all that stuff, I wanted people to search, right? Search pet friendly. Anything they search pet friendly,
You're popping up.
my business pops up automatically.
I like it.
So it helps me save money when, I don't have to market as much because
Okay.
I tapped into the search engine optimization through the name. So pet friendly dog bakery. Anytime somebody punches in Google bakery, dog, or pet friendly, my business pops up. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So what is one of your common threads or philosophy that guides you through having these diverse businesses?
Oh, that's a great question. Where you come up with these questions?
Don't worry about that. I was at work earlier today writing these. I'm sorry.
It's good. You're good. First of all, I appreciate being here.
Oh, thank you.
I love you, respect
I love
you.
you back.
I'm proud of
It's
you.
like Norristown. People
is.
keep saying, why do you keep interviewing people from Norristown? Because people from Norristown are the shit, y'all.
That's
and I'm
right.
not saying that other towns
That's
aren't,
right.
but I actually know these people.
Home base.
So we starting with the home base.
I wanted to be here because back in, I think it was 2014, you came to my fine art gallery and supported me. So I wanted to come to
Amazing
your
time.
fine
I
art gallery and
appreciate
support
that.
you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So to answer your question, philosophy, I believe in doing the right thing the right way until you get the right results.
Okay. What does that mean?
That means if the right thing, let's say you want to start a business, right? Well, that business has to be viable,
Okay.
right? So let me speak in particular, like for myself, right? When I was starting the juice bar, right? The juice merchant on Main Street.
Yes.
When I was starting the pet-friendly dog bakery on Main Street, what I did was I didn't have it in my head that this is a business that I want to conceptualize and put out into the world. I actually went around the community, knocked on doors, and asked people what they felt
Okay.
would be an addition to the community.
Okay.
And I just took surveys, and I buy people coffee. Hey, man, I don't even know the person behind me. Let me buy you coffee. Bam. I buy people coffee, and I
Nice.
say, hey, you from here? Boom, boom, boom. What would you like to see here? And they would tell me. And I would just take this list of this survey. And so everything told me it's dog oriented,
Dog friendly.
pet friendly. So a dog cafe with an
Okay.
indoor-outdoor play area
Nice.
was needed.
Nice.
The juice merchant, a
Okay.
vegan restaurant, was needed.
Needed.
So
Nice.
that's how I do shit.
That's awesome. That's a great way of thinking. Okay. I love it. I love
You
it.
know what? It's everyone in Norristown, they've known me to be athletic, right? No one ever asked, well, is he smart? And so that's it's ironic. It's funny to me.
But it's interesting though, because once you gain notoriety, because we're from a small town, they look at that as your out.
Right.
So when they say Lenny Sports, you had an amazing
It was
athletic
my
career.
out. I would have been the first person in my family to go to college.
And that's what people remember you by.
Yeah.
So it's not that they're overlooking the intellect. We didn't have a chance to get to know that because
Yeah.
you're too busy running up the field with the football.
That's right.
So you were getting glory, and I think maybe it was overshadowed.
Yeah.
Because how many conversations
Right.
do you get to have with the person?
Very few.
And I was going to say, even though we're all from Norristown, I know you, but I don't really know you.
Well, you will get to know me
love
because
it.
you got my book.
Not only do I have the book, I'm coming to the pool. Y'all think I'm going to stop playing on that?
You're more than welcome. Listen. I do the same tour with everyone who comes to visit me.
Okay.
First of all, I'm appreciative. So we jump in my Bentley.
I love that.
We
People make their
drive
way to
down
see you.
Sunset Boulevard till we get
Nice.
to PCH. We make
Okay.
a right, go up through Malibu.
Nice.
Make another right.
Okay.
Go up through the Malibu Mountains. I'll show you things that are just beautiful.
Okay. We're
Mountains
looking
as far
forward
as
to
the
it.
eye can see. If we go in the morning, there's a mist that covers the hills, and it's rolling mist. You can see the
Okay.
mist moving. I
Okay.
could show you such beautiful things in California.
That's
At the
awesome.
end of the day, we come out the mountains. We'll go up over the hill on PCH. You'll see surfers,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Make a U-turn at the gas station, come back. We'll hit Santa Monica, rent some bikes, ride the bikes into Venice.
Nice.
It's dope.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So the guys tour has officially ended. It is now a couples tour.
Ladies
okay?
tour.
It's a couples
Accompanied with a man.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. So I have another question for you. We're talking about second chances.
Yeah.
What business advice would you give to our second chance community, especially those who are finding it hard to find a job? That we're in the era where you have to create stuff. So how could you encourage a second chance entrepreneur?
Second chance from where? Where are they coming from?
The second chance, meaning a person who has a felony conviction. I recently had a conversation with a young lady, and the situation is so interesting and so complex on so many levels. But the short of it is the young man was having consensual sex, a black man with a white female. Everything was all good. They fell asleep. Her dad came home, and it's now rape. This young man did 12 years. He is home, and he cannot find a job. So entrepreneurs or entrepreneurial spirit is
it, yeah.
is like his, I don't want to say only option, but it's a great option for someone in those circumstances. How can he create himself or find a way for himself? What would you tell him?
So, hearts out to that brother. I wish his defense attorney would have had the wherewithal, thought process to ask them for a lie detector test
Way back in the day.
way back then,
Yeah.
right? So that didn't happen. So
Cameras,
moving
no.
forward, I would say that having a felony conviction, even some misdemeanors I could tell you that I don't have the felonies on my record and all that stuff. But what I did was I identified that I had to be in corporate in order to grow financially. So I tried desperately to get in any low level, like even the mailroom of some of the corporations down in Philly.
Okay.
Time and time again, the door was closed in my face. So opportunities weren't offered to me. So I had to create my own opportunities.
Okay.
So as an entrepreneur, I would say try to find a way to do some sort of e-commerce business on your own.
Okay.
I'm sure there's some funding out there for people who are second chance. And if there isn't, I would probably advise them to read a book or take a class on financial literacy.
Okay.
So that they can have a fundamental base, because a lot of people don't understand the power and value of money. Most people use it as a transactional tool to pay bills because they get caught up in this psychology, right? I've learned that money is extremely powerful. And
Okay.
if you know how to use it, change your life.
Limit. Okay.
So I would tell them to look at if it fits in their life, if entrepreneurialism fits in their life, to look at that.
Okay.
Because they're going to be limited in opportunities, so they may need to create their own.
Think outside the box.
In the event that they can't do that, or it's not within their personality to do that, I would ask them to basically start from the bottom. Now we're here, meaning get in low level position
Okay.
and show and prove, and don't be afraid to that. Don't be afraid that you have the felony or the misdemeanor on your record.
Okay.
Act like you don't. Apply for jobs. Let them tell you no. Don't self-select yourself out of the process.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? Just go for it no matter what.
I'd rather hear a no than never try.
That quote, don't self-select yourself out of the process, is actually from my wife, Teresa.
I like that.
Yeah, I think differently, being from an athletic, lifestyle. My whole thing is, in order to hit a home run, it's the same. I'm saying it in the same way.
Okay.
I'm saying it in a different way, but it's the same meaning. In order to hit a home run, you got to step up to the plate and hit the ball. Whether you get a double, single, it don't matter. You got to swing. You got to swing and connect. And if you connect, keep going. Right? So I say it a little differently in my book.
Okay.
But the fact is, don't be afraid to move forward. Don't be afraid to go for it. And a lot of people, especially second chancers, they're probably psychologically messed up. They're like, a little self-conscious about their record. It can't be. You got to go for it, because God's blessings come in different ways.
Absolutely.
So don't be afraid to start at the bottom. You could start at the bottom and work your way up, show and prove, and get to where you want to be. It's time. You just got to put in the time. That's all.
The effort. So
second chances are used to putting in time. So
listen, now invest that time in yourself. So you
Yeah.
brought us to that. The book. What made you write the book?
Oh, good question. First and foremost, I wanted to write the book. Well, my wife and I would go to dinner.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And, at dinner, with couples, hey man, they're learning about you. So I tell these random, obscure stories,
yes.
I was in Mexico one time, and hey, how was this? And I was, you know what I mean? And people would be like, right? Because it's all unusual shit, right? So they would be like, over and over, they'd be like, oh, you should write a book. And so I heard that for years. I heard that. And so then I was like, I actually have an unusual life. I have a life worth living, and I have a life worth writing about.
Absolutely.
But primarily, nobody knows this stuff about me because I hid it from people.
Okay.
Not because I didn't want people to know, but because I was embarrassed about a lot of this information.
Okay.
And so I wrote the book for myself to heal.
Did it make you feel vulnerable now that you're basically sharing things that people don't know about you?
Exposed, vulnerable, yes.
Okay.
Because I put myself out there, but I had to get to a place of comfort in order to be able to do that. But if I didn't do it, I was afraid to go down the path because I view myself as being somewhat successful.
Absolutely.
Right? I was waking up in sweats. I just went back.
I feel like I need to come over here and give you a hug, Leonard.
I just went back psychologically. I just went back.
So, I feel like I need a tissue. That is okay, friend. It is okay. It is okay. It is okay. You are, it's in a safe space. We are safe here. We appreciate you sharing.
I just went back psychologically to some of the pain that I've been through. I'm good. I've had therapy. You know what I'm saying? But it's still in me. I'm healed, somewhat healed, and I continue to work on myself. But the fact of the matter is, I wrote this book to heal.
Okay.
It took me 2.5 years to write this book, and I did therapy for 2.5 years to get me through writing the book. I find myself to be a person of somewhat successful. I was waking up in the middle of the night in sweats, feeling like I had a heart attack. My wife, at one point at 3 a.m., had to call 911. Paramedics came. They checked my vitals. Oh, you're good. You're good. I was like, I can't do this no more. I'm waking up in the middle of the night. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Stressed
I
out.
don't know. In my book, I write about being in a fight with this dude named Lark, and I got stabbed that night. You know what I'm saying? And he ran to his car and got his gun. I didn't know. I was like, "What the fuck you at?" My friends rushed me to the hospital. I get to the hospital. The doctor was like, "Oh, it's great that you have muscle in your back, because like." If the wound, if the knife, if it would have went just a hairline closer to the center of your back, you would not be walking right now. You know what I'm saying?
Got a plan for you. You had a plan for you. I'm sorry that happened.
I just, that's sorry. I just,
No, it's okay.
I just got caught up in the emotions of it all.
That's
But
understandable.
like that, losing my football scholarships. I was going to be the first person in my family to go to college, and that bull in high school, he came after me, spit in my face, he hit me. He went to hit me again. I duck, I hit him, defending myself. Well, guess what? Now it's in high school, which I respect them. They gave me a Hall of Fame, award. They inducted me into the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. I'm thankful for all that. But the fact of the matter is, back then, they expelled me from high school. I'm a high school dropout because of it. I lost my scholarship to Pitt University.
I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been
for a fight.
You're talking to somebody who knocked on the back of restaurants and begged for food.
I'm so
you know
sorry
what I'm
to hear
saying?
that.
Like, people don't even understand. Like, they don't know me.
Where you've been.
They have no idea the shit that I've been through. I've been through hell and back a few times. But guess what? I never called anybody and asked for help. When I'm knocking on the back of restaurants begging for food, when I lived in a 6-bedroom house in an old lady's house, and I had to wipe her, I had to clean her and put her to bed in order to live there. You know what I'm saying? I did things that were, I am thankful for Aunt May. I am incredibly thankful, Aunt May, rest in peace. But if it wasn't for her, like, you know what I'm saying? I had nowhere to go. Like, I was homeless. I had nowhere to go. I opened up can I tell you the story real quick?
Absolutely.
All right. So I had this friend who I lived with him for 2 years, blah, blah, blah. At one point, he kicked me out of his house in the middle of the night.
Okay. Why?
I was $200 late on rent.
Okay.
A billionaire friend of ours, right? My friend was Craig Salamo.
Okay.
Right? I lived with Craig for 2 years. I worked with his brother and his father for 2 years, learning real estate in 2002.
Okay.
I was dating this girl, and this girl, she was just tripping. She was like, I'm going to get married. I'm going to have a kid. I'm like, I got 3 kids. I can't really afford right now. I'm not trying to have another kid. She's like, So I was scared that she was going to try to get pregnant. So I was like, I can't be with you. I got to leave. So Craig was like, you can come live with me.
Okay.
You know, at that time, my house got foreclosed on because my ex-wife wanted more child support that the kids weren't due. You know, there was no occurrence that happened. My income didn't go up, hers didn't go down. There was nothing that substantiated the higher child support. There was this racist judge in Delaware County who was like, $500 more. I said, Judge, please, no. Like, I got a mortgage, it's $580. If I pay more, $500 more in child support, which she's not due, I'm going to lose my house. And so, long story short, my ex-wife's mother told her, you need to get more child support. And so she petitioned the court for it. And ultimately, my house got foreclosed on because I couldn't pay the child support and my mortgage. And I needed a safe, clean place for my family, my kids to come home to.
It's unbelievable.
So I was dating this girl at the time. So my house got foreclosed on. I moved in with her. Soon after, she was like, I'm going to get married. I'm going to have a kid. I'm like, oh God, I can't live here no more.
I just went through this.
Yeah. So my boy was like, hey, you know, you can come live with me. I work with his brother and his father in real estate. I was like, all right, cool. So I packed up. My girl went to work. I packed up all my stuff. I moved. I left her a couple of dollars on the counter. I moved. And
did she get a Dear John note?
You know what? She did. She did. And it was out of respect because she was a good woman.
Okay.
But I wasn't prepared.
Wrong time.
I wasn't prepared to have another kid that I could barely care for my kids now. And so, long story short, I moved in with my bull.
Okay.
And, you know, I was down on my luck. And a billionaire friend of ours, Michael Rubin.
Okay.
Right? He had given my friend, this is 2 years later, after living with him, he had given our mutual friend like 30 grand for some whatever. And, you know, I was $200 late on rent. And he was like, you better have my money. You better have my money. I was like, bro, like a mutual friend of ours just gave you 30 grand just for hanging out.
Yeah.
And you like coming at me for $200. It was disturbing. And he was like, you lazy motherfucker, like one night. And I was like, I snapped. I was like, motherfucker, who you calling late? And I ran up the steps or jacked him up against the wall. I said, and that was a pivotal moment for me because I was like, I forgot who I was. I was down in the dumps. So much bad had happened to me. I forgot who I was. And I ran up the steps. I remember who I was. I jacked him up against the wall. I said, motherfucker, I'm Lenny Bazemore, homie. You know what I mean? He's like, get out of my house. So it's 12 o'clock at night. I jumped in my car, went to the bar, crying. I ordered a beer. I ain't had money to pay for it. Bartender gave it to me. I'm crying. You want to hear some crazy stuff?
Absolutely.
This blonde hair, blue eye, young John came over and said, rub my back. She's like, are you okay? I said, like my boy just gave my other boy 30 grand for whatever. No apparent reason, just hanging out. And I'm late on rent, paying this guy $200 and he just kicked me out. I have nowhere to go. I have kids. I have child support due. I have nowhere to go. And I'm crying in my beer. It's like a country song, right? So she was like, oh, don't worry about it. You can come stay with me. I was like, all right, I'm thankful. I don't know this beautiful woman.
Okay.
We went back to her
Not
apartment.
scared a little bit?
Nah, because I don't have nothing to lose. I lost everything. I'm homeless.
Okay.
So I go and she's like, wait a minute. I have a roommate with a small kid. Let me ask her first. And she came back and said, it's okay. I slept on the couch.
Nice.
I was so thankful. I folded the blanket. I found a little piece of paper on a note that said, thank you. I jumped in my car. I went to 7-Eleven. I looked under the seat. I found change, enough to buy a coffee. I went, checked out. The guy behind the counter gave me his newspaper that he had read. I didn't have money to buy a newspaper.
Okay.
I go in my car. I'm sipping on my coffee. I said, damn, I got to go to classifieds. You know, went to the housing section. As soon as I opened it up, I saw handyman needed. It's like, I checked my watch, boom, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Bam, I called the number. It was Aunt May. I said, hello? I said, hi, I'm answering the ad in the paper. Oh, when can you come in for an interview? I'll come in right now.
Okay.
So I drove down to West Philly.
Oh, Lenny.
It's emotional, man.
I see.
So I go in, I interview with this old lady. Yeah, I mean, she had a voice like Minnie Mouse,
Okay.
you know, and through the interview, she's interviewing me. It's handyman. Mm-hmm. So she goes like this, you know how I got this house? I said, no, ma'am. How'd you get this house? Poker. I was good in poker. I won this house in poker. I was like, I love you.
Okay.
She was like, you got the job. When can you move in? I said, today. I can move in today.
Okay.
So I moved in. I was living in a room. I lived there for like 3 years
Okay.
to get my life back.
No one knew that.
Yeah.
I promise you I didn't know any of that. Okay.
So, it goes on and on.
So you come to a point of clarity. How did we get there? What was it that took you from Aunt May to what was next?
Well, I was working real estate.
Okay.
I was still in real estate. I had several clients, and those clients were investors. So what I would do is I would find them off-market deals.
Okay.
And then I'd get them the deal, we close, and then they fix up the property, give me back the listing. So I get another commission when that's sold.
Nice. And so
Right.
again.
So I was doing okay.
Okay. Nice.
And, I don't want to tell you too much because all of that is in the book.
Absolutely.
You know what
we
I'm
don't want to
saying?
give it
So
away.
I'm not avoiding or evading your question.
Okay.
But if you want to know, if
It's
anyone,
not just for me, it's for
if anyone
ladies
wants to
too,
know,
but okay,
they can read the book,
Pick it up, y'all. Resilient.
or the audiobooks even better because you can hear my emotion.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Not to cut you short, I'm not evading you.
No, because it's been an amazing interview anyway,
Yeah.
on and off camera. But I got one more question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Please talk to us about your debut single, which is a country song. Conspiracy theory. What
Baby
made you
girl,
decide
there's
to go
more,
the
man.
country route?
Yeah. I've listened to country music my whole life.
Okay.
My Uncle Man, Spanham.
Okay.
My mom's twin. He used to sing country music to me all the time.
Okay.
And, during COVID, 5 years ago,
Yes.
I was miserable, just like everyone else. I was
Yes.
home.
Yes.
And I went to my wife, Teresa. I said, Teresa, I bet you I could write a country song. And she was like, well, I bet you can too.
Okay.
I mean, this is a woman who loves me, supports me, and believes in me more than anyone has ever in my life.
That's amazing.
She's my best friend, and it's
love it.
incredible being with her.
Okay.
So she was like, I bet you can. So we have a rooftop, right? 360 views. It's beautiful.
Okay.
So I go up to the rooftop. I got a scotch in my hand. I'm sitting back, and I'm like, man, all right, man. And I started writing. I was like, oh, this is harder than I thought. Right? And I'm a super creative.
Okay. You are.
And I was like, oh, this is really hard. So I said, okay, I have to tap into a certain process.
Okay.
So the process for me in writing a song is, okay, I'll create a story. So I created the story. I'll tell you the story. My song is about this guy that's born and raised in the country.
Okay.
His father wants him to take over the ranch. And all the young Johns, all the girls in town, they love him. He's handsome. He's strong. They're after him.
Okay.
He pays them no mind because his father instilled certain values in his heart and his life and his mind. So he's working. He wants to save the family ranch and grow it into something tremendous.
Okay.
So he gets of age. His father sends him to college. While he's at college, and this is the story based on my song,
Okay.
right? While he's at college, different girls are there. Different girls from around the world are there. And they're interesting. They're not like the hometown girls. So he starts dating them. And he's falling in love, and getting his heart broken. He's falling in love, getting his heart broken. He's dating this one, dating that one. Graduates college. And after college, he goes back, takes over the ranch, grows the ranch.
Okay.
And then one day, this new girl moves to town. When she first moves to town, she's in town, she's dancing, she's going out, she's meeting new people. She befriended some of the people, women, who were after him when he was younger.
Okay.
And they're in her ear. because him and her start dating,
Oh, nice.
right? But they're in her ear
Okay.
talking like, he ain't never gonna love you. He ain't never give us a chance, blah, 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 spreading these little lies, this and the third. But now they have moved in together. My song is literally based on what he says to her one morning.
Okay.
Puts his foot down. He's fighting for his love. Baby girl, good morning. Would you like some breakfast? Go ahead in the kitchen. I set a place for you.
Okay.
Something I got to tell you, and I pray that you'll listen. Baby girl, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I love you, and I'm fighting for this love. Like, come on, sweetie, I love you. Like, don't listen to the girls talking in your ear. It's a conspiracy theory. It's all these lies. Like, I love you, baby. Let's like, you know what I mean? That's what it's about.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all of that came via COVID. I love it. I love it.
So I wrote this song, and that was it. I just wanted to write this song.
Okay.
And then 5 years later, I was out front of my house, and this new couple walked by, and I was getting out of my car, and I opened up the garage door to walk in, and the guy, I never met him before. Him and his wife or fiance were walking by, and he said, "Oh, you're committed to the brand." I said, "What?" He's like, "The Bentleys." And my wife has a Bentley. I have a Bentley.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The Bentley John.
B.
Represent Bentley. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, the B on the back don't stand for Bentley. It stands for Bazemore.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, oh. We got to talking an hour later, talking about hobbies. His hobby, his fiance's hobby, my hobby. Well, his fiance, Greta Schmidt, she was like, well, my hobby is making music for friends. I try to help them out. And I was like, oh.
Get out of here.
I wrote a song like 5 years ago. She was like, for
Okay.
real? I was like, yeah. I said, maybe you could help me. She goes, oh, yeah, send me the song.
Okay.
I sent her the song. She said, give me 2-3 weeks. Later that day, she hit me up. Yo, like, I love this song. I can't stop listening to it.
Okay.
She sent me a track. It was very in the beginning stages. And I listened to it. I was like, I felt inspired.
That'll
I
work.
was like, oh, yeah, this is great. I asked her, can you help me finish it? She was like, no, I've done as much as I could. But take it and run with it. Do whatever.
Okay.
So I was like, damn, let me call Carlos Brown. So I called Carly
What's
B.
up, Carlos?
Hey, Carly B. I say, Carly B, can you help me finish this? He was like, I got you. Give me
Nice.
2-3 weeks, maybe 4. 2 weeks later, Carly B said, what you think? I said, oh my God, it's perfect.
Awesome.
So I flew Carly B out. I have a rock and roller friend
Okay.
of mine, Aaron Kamen.
Okay.
He was in the band called The Calling. And they had a hit single, 26 weeks at #1.
26 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Check that out.
Aaron came in. He's my neighbor. He's like, oh, you want to go to the studio? It's like, yeah. He's like, you want to do that song you did 5 years ago, right?
Yes.
Because as we walked in the neighborhood, you know, our dogs, you know, we would talk about the song like 5 years prior during COVID.
Okay.
He's like, yo, you did that song. That's crazy. You want to do that song that you did 5 years ago? I said, yeah, let's go. He got me some good studio time.
Nice.
We went in. I flew Carly B out. And boom, we in the studio.
Making it happen.
Check it out, though. This is what most people don't know.
Okay.
I'm telling you something that nobody knows.
All right.
So while we're in the studio, Carly B's doing his producer thing. And he's like, oh, man, something's missing. And I was like, Teresa's missing. So Teresa was on the couch with our neighbor, Aaron Kamen.
Okay.
And Teresa got up. She's like, what? I said, you're missing. We got to get you in the booth. She's in the booth with Carly B harmonizing.
Oh,
So when I start talking in the song
that's
and you hear the harmony,
okay.
that's her and Carly B.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I decided to release a song,
Nice.
whatever. It is whatever. I have no fear.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because I do the right thing the right way till I get the right result.
There you go.
I put it out into the world and people seem to like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So final thought for our uncensored community would be from what?
I mean, I am a world traveler in all 7 continents. So you're
Yes.
going to have to be a little bit more specific.
So if you were to leave our community with your final thoughts, what would you want them to know about you? What would you want to say to inspire them? What are your final words before we bam?
Everyone around the world, specifically speaking Norristown, I love you. I respect you. I want nothing but the best for you. I am accessible.
I love that.
If you have dreams, hopes, and ambitions, and you do not know what direction to go to, you can always reach out to me.
That's awesome.
I will take the time to spend with you. I am accessible. I want to be of service to people. I want everybody to do well. I want you to really do well.
I like that.
So that's my final thought.
Okay. So you are accessible. The man wants you to know that if you need help, he is available to help.
Absolutely. Just don't waste my time, though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the short. No one wants their time wasted. All right, so on the count of 3, it's bam, 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 bam. You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Bam, 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 bam.
Thank you, Lenny. This has been an amazing interview. I truly appreciate your time.
You got it.
All right, this has been another exciting episode, and I can't wait to see you folks again. So ciao for now. Uncensored Inspiration. We'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Uncensored Inspiration. Please remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe. All the things that help us to serve the community to speak freely and think boldly. Ciao for now.